Okay, so, here we are. Hopefully it should be fine. At least it looks fine on my end. And Jackalor was telling us about Mordecai and his treacherous...
Marius, not
Oh,
Mordecai.
sorry, Marius. About Marius's thought heresy.
But yeah, uh, but yeah, he just wants to make things better for everyone, for a man, to be exact. Not for the Xenos, definitely not the Xenos.
What anime protagonist is this?
Holy crap. It's yeah, you... That actually fits in with Arminius really well as well. Because if there's one thing Arminius is not, he's not a fucking fanatic. He's a man of culture. Also, your camera is off, Jackalor. Shows your face, you degenerate.
Yeah, that's because he's just lagging. Like, his voice is actually a lot better now.
I mean, it's better now, I think.
Ugh! Turn it off! Turn it off! Okay. And
Anyway,
why does he serve the Inquisition? What's his motivation there?
he thinks it. I think he believes it will help if he can help destroy the enemies of the Imperium. He can bring the Imperium back into its glory days.
So he's also insane with delusions of grandeur.
I mean, a little bit helps every day. If everyone works to go together.
When you say glory days, you mean 10,000 years ago?
Pre-Horus Heresy, yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. Adolphus?
I guess I'll start with Jinza. What was the questions again?
How does your character view the Imperium, and why does your character serve the Inquisition?
I think Jinza would be a bit fanatical about this. Let's be honest. I think Jinza would probably be fairly fanatical. She was born and has lived on the Hammer of Light for most of her life, if not all of her life, so she's seen the taint of the Xenos firsthand. From birth.
That she has been indoctrinated to wait for the coming of the man who will cleanse the ship.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And the second question was what again?
Why do they serve the Inquisition?
For the good of the Imperium, obviously. Why
Okay.
else would anyone serve the Inquisition?
Yes, Demi.
I'm just doing my job.
One of your characters is trying to become a rogue trader. You shut your bitch mouth, you fucking selfish heretic. Adolphus. No, not Adolphus. Fuck. Boo, I'm so fucking sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Anyway, I'm guessing it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start off with Ludwigma. So how he views the Imperium of Man, he believes it is the strongest, quote-unquote, force, strongest entity in the universe. Obviously, he believes in its greatness and that the Emperor is obviously the existence above all others. And as for why he serves the Inquisition, well, it is to further better the Empire of Man, but it's also a decent amount of fun because he gets to kill a lot of people. for the glory of of mankind, of course.
So, I'm just gonna note down coordinate for which demons try to seduce you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I get.
Okay, and I kind of want to break up as much as possible this kind of info dumping background stuff. So why don't we talk about which mission we might pick next, and then we'll do another circle.
Well, Jackalor and Adolphus voted for 1. I liked 3.
Well, I figured you might want to discuss this, but let me read
Sure.
them out.
Posted
So,
them in 3 different locations anyway.
4.
Well, yes, technically 4.
So, there's 4 locations. One is a big chunk of the Space Hulk has re-entered real space, and this one is presumably at least several ships, rather than just bits and pieces of ships. So more chance to find some intact information about what else was on the Hulk, and where maybe there's even running systems there that might be investigated, that might give a clue as to where the rest of it ended up. Then there is one of the random events that happened. Near the Hezeroth Abyss, there is a world that was engulfed by a warp storm that for a brief moment gave off a navigational beacon in the warp. Presumably, it's possible to access it at the current time. It looks like the Hezeroth Abyss is stable enough that a fast ship could make it in and have enough time to investigate fully and get out safely. Then there's Malphite, where one of the outer moons had a Mechanicus outpost, which was studying some of the things discovered, and it was attacked, presumably by heretics, since they came in on a transport freighter that wasn't marked as Mechanicus and just vandalized the base with servitors and stole a bunch of shit. Also, one of the nobles, a relative of the planetary governor, was turned into a rogue trader. Volunteered for the job, in fact. And lastly, there was a split among the Mechanicus itself of some kind, where some of them just went like, "Well, no, this is ours now," and ran off with a bunch of shit. In Port Wander, which is on the edge of the Coronis Expanse, Malphite is pretty much in the center, here. If we go to the big map, you can roughly see where things are. So, the Hezeroth Abyss is like here, right under the legend. I believe it's this warp storm here. Port Wander is here, not that far from Malphite. And the Space Hulk piece is to the north, in the Severian Dominate, in the Spinward front. So of all of these, the Port Wander and the Malphite ones are the ones where you might be able to benefit from both of them, but generally speaking, you're still gonna have to do them one at a time, essentially, because Arminius doesn't want to, at this point, with as much shit as has happened, leave his people without support, at least relatively nearby. So he's a bit iffy on sending people with a lander off on a freighter to just investigate things that is a couple months away, especially because he might have to move quickly.
So let's look at this, right? One seems to be primarily combat/exploring.
Number 2 is dealing with heresy, almost certainly.
Very much so. 3 is very much investigative work. And 4 is also investigative work, but I feel like it has very much also a combat potential. Well, all of them have combat potential, but some more than others.
4,
I
if
like
we actually
exploration.
succeed in it, would definitely lead to combat.
Now I have a question, Chris. If we pick a mission, does that mean all of the character we've chosen will be doing that mission in various forms?
Up to an extent, yes, but you're gonna arrive at the location, and I'll tell you which is actually gonna turn out to be the primary mission, so you'll know out of character. But in character, you'll have a bunch of acolytes that are like, okay, you set of fuckers investigate the nobles. You set of fuckers investigate this, you set of fuckers investigate that, and essentially the main mission is gonna be the most exciting one in the location, whereas the others are gonna be more low-key.
Mm-hmm.
And those will just be reduced to a couple of roles, and that will determine how much secondary information or benefits you might get. For example, if
side quests to help with the main quest.
yeah, like for example, if you are looking through a piece of Space Hulk, having defeated an Eldar Corsair, some of you might be interrogating Eldari, some of you might be scanning nearby space for more pieces, some of you might be in the actual Space Hulk, and you might be doing different things in various pieces of Space Hulk as well, and you'll be spread out doing different jobs.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just asking that, like, if all the characters would be going on a mission, or was it like, okay, 3 go here, 3 go there, those. But yeah.
No, right now you're just picking where you're gonna fast travel to, essentially. You're picking a hub, in a way. And then it's gonna be a bunch of smaller jobs when you get there.
I'm honest, like, personally for me, I'm going to vote for either 2 or 3, so...
Again, I prefer 1.
Do you have, just 1?
Just 1.
Okay. You two?
For me personally, I like 4 the best.
Blowing shit out of asteroid miners was fun, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
And you, Adolphus?
I mean, it's in line with what Arminius would do, so 1.
Okay.
Okay. So you are traveling towards there.
Yeah. Majority win.
Unless you wish to discuss further, which you can do, but I'm assuming you don't want to bother.
I mean, we
Let's
could
just-
deal with 4 or 1. I'm not sure whether or not he'd deal with 4 before 1.
It's like all of these might involve some archaeotech bullshit as far as... Okay, let me lay out why Arminius thinks these might be important. This might affect your decision.
4
right?
definitely involves Archaeotech bullshit.
Okay, so
That's
the
for
first... The piece is large enough to be made up of several ships. Like, there's at the very least a pair of frigates fused together there, right? That's big enough, and there might have been survivors on at least parts of them long enough to have learned something about the Space Hulk. There might be working systems, there might be useful data, they might be able to actually track it directly through navigational data, right?
Mm-hmm.
2, well, there's an archaeotech cache, and that beacon came online after that cache was disturbed. It's a long shot, but he suspects it might be some kind of Dark Age bullshitry there that has been largely inaccessible, that might be in some way related. So, kind of
So
a...
it might just be a Dark Age base that's been abandoned for multiple months.
It's a gamble. It could be nothing. It could be just some chaos cultist that did a ritual, or it could be exactly what he's looking for. 3 and 4 both involve caches, like parts of the Space Hulk are being investigated there, and the fact that various Mechanicus related fuckers attacked both of them suggests that there was something
They
valuable
found
in both
something
of them.
juicy.
Yeah, enough at least to either risk revealing themselves as having a masked ship and attacking one of the, like, something on the edges of a major system and making a run for it, which is a ballsy fucking play. Or, shooting fellow Mechanicus and sneaking off in a fast ship. Either way, something important enough and with enough potential that Mechanicus lost their fucking brains over it.
Yeah, that's why I feel like 4 is the best one to start with, right? Because we have guaranteed good shit. Because, yeah, like you said, it's a risky move
1
for some.
and 2.
Yeah, but 1 gives us more info on the main quest.
1
Yeah.
is directly the most appropriate thing. 2 is tangentially related to his goals and might play into it really well. 3 is cleaning up for the motherfuckers that tried stealing shit and ended up blowing up their own Eversor assassin. And 4 is recapturing some archaeotech.
3 involves some archaeotech
3
as well.
probably involves archaeotech that we've overlooked at some point.
3 also
4
has a base that was attacked by the rogue Mechanicus. They both have Mechanicus labs that were raided.
This is true.
The other 2, or rather the first 2, deal with approaching the main quest less directly because you're trying to cuck your rivals at the same time. 1 is just the straight beeline. 2, that's more of a gamble. Kind of might need to be checked out if it was a psychic explosion caused by chaos. Still needs to be dealt with, but that's the risky play.
So you're saying he might go directly to 3 and 4 because it's keeping the
it's up to
other
you.
people from touching the archaeotech. That's the goal.
Not necessarily. The goal is to get the archaeotech if possible for the Imperium. That's it.
Yeah. I do feel like, though, that in total, Arminius is definitely most interested in the first one, because we've already dealt with a lot of Space Hulk, and presumably are getting
It's
a
a
lot
large
of information.
chunk of the space hull. We've
Uh,
already seen that the
would it-
small chunks
Yeah.
have ridiculous amounts of archaeotech on them.
Question, Chris. Would this, for number one, with this Space Hulk, would that be basically the largest chunk that has so far been located from?
Yes.
What's this?
Yes, the largest you have found is mostly intact. Like, the largest single one you found was a Gothic class cruiser, I think. Or Lunar class cruiser.
And these are multiple frigates now together. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this is okay. Navy Navigator said that a large mass was re-entering real space in a badly controlled translation about there. They don't know exactly how big it is, but it would have to be at least the mass equivalent of a couple of frigates.
I mean, honestly, I'm up for any mission. So if Jack and Adolphus are up for one, we can just go.
Yeah, sure.
He'd probably attack 1 directly. 3 and 4 are more... They found something. They didn't find a shit ton of something, in all likelihood.
Okay.
So,
Then, there's one more fact you need to consider. If you're willing to be somewhat vulnerable, 3 and 4 can be combined with upgrading the ship. You can investigate while the new components are being put in. 1 and 2...
I honestly do not think we should push our luck yet.
It's too early, yeah.
It's too early. Like, give us 2,000 XP and then we might be able to.
Well, yeah, at a place like Malphite, putting in those components, I would need to look it up, but it's a major fucking high world. I have a hard time imagining it taking that long.
You know what? You know what's the worst feeling right now in life? Hearing guests coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through another set of characters. Because I believe we have preliminarily decided on one. So, Demi.
Let me just write it down. I'm just gonna go one at a time. Next character is Naya Rawl, the Demon World Adept Sororitas. So, what her opinion of the Imperium is? Well, perhaps from being, also indoctrinated in things from an early life, she didn't really, think about it because she was trying to survive on a fucking demon world. But nowadays, she fights very much with zeal for the Imperium, knowing what she went through as a child, and she's very much about killing demons and getting cleansing heresy, right? So she actually just definitely loves the Imperium, and that it is the main frontier, is the main thing that is stopping chaos, right? And she wants to be a part of it.
Okay. And that's also why she serves the Inquisition, I assume.
Very much so. It could be some different reasons. Being from a demon world, she might be seen as a bit more suspicious. So she might not be in, one of the other leagues, in actual things. But she definitely joined the Inquisition uh, primarily because, hey, it's the Inquisitions. They cleanse heresy, demons, and other things. I'll fucking help with that very much. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at what I have in the... Yeah, I can definitely work with this. Alright. So, Jackalor.
I'll choose Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
Mordecai thinks the Imperium is a tool for the Mechanicus to protect itself from others.
Okay. And how do you feel about your service?
It's the vessel to become something more than human.
Just slightly treasonous, right?
Can't be affected by chaos if you only know how to talk in zeros and ones.
Yes, you can.
That seems like a flaw. Flaw in the making. Also, why are you putting this big picture?
No reason. By the way, while we are on the subject, all of you feel free to add a free talent to your sheets. Peer Space Hull Cleanup. You will have +10 with everyone who was also suffering through cleaning up this fucking mess. And that goes on all of the characters that were actually picked.
Very well.
So on all three?
Yeah.
What do we add again? Sorry.
Peer
Hey,
Space Hull
Mordecai
Cleanup.
might have.
Yes, Jackalor?
Mordecai might actually be able to talk to someone.
He's just shy when he's with
Yes.
people he doesn't know. Okay, you just muted yourself, Adolphus.
That's a talent, right? Pure
Oh.
space hull cleanup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just if you put it in advancements, make sure to note down as being free.
Nah,
Or
I'm not gonna
at
put it
least
in
cost
advancement.
0 or whatever, something that makes sense.
Putting
Okay.
things in advancement sucks.
Dolphus.
It really does.
Well, the next character of the three I picked was Jabatan. And he's from Quadus, so he's probably not got many family left.
He has some. The city wasn't leveled. It ate a tiny bit of radioactive wind, that's true. After that island got put beneath the waves, as it rightly should have been, there might have been a slight earthquake and volcanic
He got
eruption,
lucky.
but
We succeeded in containing the problem.
let me just say, it's not going to be a pleasure world for a few years until the ash clears.
Well, I picked his homeworld, this garden world, back in the time when I was making the character, and I couldn't find a garden world on the map, so Quadus it was.
No, this is great.
But yeah. I think he probably has a pretty practical sense of the Imperium. He's been in the Imperial Navy. He left that shithole for the Imperial Navy, so he probably has a decent amount of faith in the Emperor, but not to fervent levels.
Okay. So
As far as his
it's mostly pragmatism. Like, the Imperium is the way it is, and he's just working within the system.
The alternative is Xeno scum, so the alternative is nothing.
See, Jackalor? And you are accusing Demi of heresy. You fucking degenerate. The fuck is it scrolling so damn oh, right, it's that fucking setting. Okay, boo. Actually, no, wait. Your service with the Imperium, did you mention that? Or not the Imperium Inquisition?
No, I didn't answer the second question yet. I think he would have chosen to be a part of the Inquisition because of the fact that it's the best place he can put his skills to use
Okay.
for the good of the Empire.
Okay. So he's mostly altruistic about it. He's a good soldier, essentially.
There's no other reason to do this kind of thing.
Okay. Boo.
Yes. Well, next character I'm going to introduce is Esther Kriker, the mutant. Well, basically, he is devoutly, insanely devout, sorry, towards the Empire, even though he is a mutant and obviously is like on very thin ice with the Empire of Man and the Inquisition especially, but he still has unwavering, unquestioning loyalty to the Imperium, while he is in the Inquisition because that way he believes he can be best of use to the Imperium, as he himself does view himself as, quote unquote, not fit for the Imperium because he is a mutant.
Okay. Okay. So. That's another circle. About those components.
Oh yeah, which one are we putting in?
Well, you have 3 that you can put in, but you have to source them. Like, you can be working on putting in multiple
Like,
ones at the same time. I'll give you a... If you're working on multiple ones at the same time, I'll give you a discount.
I mean, I think here's the thing. If we don't put in the Void Shield that has 3 seals, the Archaeotech Ship Bridge, and the Archaeotech Black Space Warp Drive, are we really, truly servants of the Imperium?
Probably not, honestly.
Exactly. We're putting them all in.
So you want to go for 3 and 4 and put them all in at the same time?
Well, I think, okay, this is my opinion, but after, being smacked down because subtlety, and, considering all things considering, I don't think we should put the Archaeotech macro cannon. I think we should just stay with the orbital bombardment cannon.
Yeah, it's not worth the subtlety hit. Let's be real.
Okay.
So, Void Shield has 3 shields and glows, what was it, golden or something? I like Archaeotech Ship Bridge that makes us yell better at people. I like, and Black Space Warp Drive that makes us go through the warp faster and gives us, what was it, fucking lucky or something?
So at what kind of speed are we traveling now?
You're traveling at the same speed, but it has other benefits on top of the
Oh,
one you
yeah.
already had.
Imposing, compact, steady, surly, and lucky. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it has a lot.
And it has triple void shields, as I recall, for the other thing. So
Yes. 2 void shields plus
it's
1
straight
for
up
each.
upgrades.
And it's
but-
lucky, and it's resplendent. Because we got 2 times potent, so fuck it, we got 2. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the bridge gives us is potent, imposing, vanishing, and unpredictable. I think it's the imposing and potent that basically, instead of the +10 from the already Archaeotech bridge, that we get a +20 if I remember, to, like, command and stuff.
No, you get +10 to command, and you get a +10 to something else of your choice. You can boost a ship's system.
Oh yeah, we didn't actually choose that in the end. We could have, yeah. I mean, if we were to get that, then I mean, just getting it to ballistic skill isn't actually the worst option. But yeah, I do think those 3 that we want to get in, right, guys?
Yeah,
Okey-doke.
basically.
Okey-doke. Have at it, Chris.
Okay, so where would you
So
like
you
to
want to
install
go with the
these?
3 and 4, or
Excuse me, Chris?
Where would you like to try and install these? As in on the map? Let me just take you to Calix's
Oh,
map.
I mean, a lot of these things. Where? Okay.
Most places, like since you're exchanging your warp drive, you're generally speaking gonna need a dry dock, which means that you're looking at the bigger hive worlds or navy stations like Port Wonder or Port of Wrath. Scintilla, Malphite, Lates would have the infrastructure necessary, of course. Places like that, big.
Honestly, I don't like thinking about the Inquisitor and knowing these rumors and things, and that there may be more Mechanicus bullshit and conspirators. I think he might avoid doing a very big upgrade to the ship on Malphite. Okay, guys?
Okay, so
I think that's
Malphite
very
is
logical.
off.
I think that's
so you want to go with Port Wonder and do the investigation?
I mean, even Port Wonder is actually, suspicious. Like, here's the thing. If we were changing one component, that'd be okay. But we're changing 3. Our ship is basically, at this point, well, considering it's the warp drive, the shields and things, we're pretty not good. So I think we want to be in somewhere which is considered a safe location, but not, has absurdly, rumorous and controversial things happening at the moment. So I think
Okay.
Port Wonder and Malphite should be. Maybe Scintilla. Just the Scintilla.
Scintilla is the sector capital.
Yeah.
Everyone will hear what goes on in Scintilla.
Keep this in mind.
Yeah, but
Essentially,
Scintilla is safest.
just assume the components
It's
are
safest,
currently
but you'll
at...
spread the fucking rumors everywhere about the fact of what we're doing.
Okay, essentially the trade-off here is gonna come down to this. You can try and set this up at a more backwater location, but it will take longer. Because you are in a cruiser and most worlds, well, they can build a cruiser if they devote themselves to it, don't have permanent dry docks for cruisers.
And I also kind of remembered something. I think we're going to have to do it at Scintilla simply because it is the capital sector. Because even if we're putting all of these Imperium stuff, we're still connecting a large part of them to technically Xeno components that are still lying in the ship, which people who are experts on Xenos will probably find in Scintilla. Honest to God speaking.
It's an intelligence tech use, or what kind of role would it be to actually install the parts?
It would be a great many roles that are essentially gonna be abstracted away. If you're doing this at a facility, we're just gonna assume that it's a time thing. If you want to speed it up using a downtime action, I would allow that, but at that point it would be a role.
Okay.
So, the way I would figure it, if you're doing it with all appropriate facilities and all the components and pieces being, you know, bulkheads not bent out of shape, etc. I don't see where it is in the book, but I'm just gonna assume that it's something like a week to trade it out normally. And if you're trading out 3, since you have to open up the ship only once, etc., you could install all 3 in about 2 weeks. If you do it at a major facility.
Let's go for Malphai
No,
and do number 3.
No.
that's a bad idea.
Alpha is like the worst place to do it.
Right now,
The
after
worst.
right now, yes.
That's the thing. Malphai, you would be doing it in orbit of the Hive itself. And while most worlds would be fucked if a cruiser like yours showed up, Malphai probably has enough orbital defenses to wreck your ship if you are there with engines offline in particular.
Guess what happens if one of those is one of the conspirators and decides to take just a lucky shot while they're changing our void shields?
So sorry, servitor malfunction. It must have hit the plasma drive.
Which is why I'm saying, like, even though it might bring a lot of attraction, if we want to do this quick and in a safe measure, I do think we should just go to Scintilla. Finish it there, and we can be on our way. It's on the main fucking hyper lane, so that means we can still travel fucking fast. And if it's near Malphai and other things, then it kind of makes sense if we're, you know, going and doing other missions and stuff. So it's kind of the
Where's
hub
Port
world.
Wonder off
It's
this
to the
part of
left.
the map? In the Kronos Expanse?
Yep, like right here, like on the edge.
Ah,
sort of
there we go. All essential components take 2 weeks to install on the Starship. This is increased by 1 additional week for every additional ship point the component costs, so an essential blah 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 blah. And supplementals take a number of weeks to install based on their ship point cost. But this is based on rogue traders.
True.
If you do it on Scintilla, as long as you still have the goodwill of the local Cabalzo Inquisitors,
It could literally take a few hours.
no, it can take a
No.
few hours. The ship is 6 kilometers long, Adolphus.
Come on,
Get it
Adolf.
done in about 5 minutes. Slap that shit on there.
Lands just shunk, back end of the ship comes off.
Easy.
How much we gotta pay for 350?
Now you gotta pay in the premium currency to speed up the
Okay.
installation.
In that case, if it is that long, we're gonna just assume that you're gonna want to make some rolls to speed up the installation.
I'm not good at that. I'm not a tech priest, guys.
I have a tech priest.
Okay, so this is the way we're gonna do it in terms of downtime actions. You are each gonna get 2 downtime actions by default, and that's we're gonna assume that that's like the normal case, and if you get delayed, then you can take more. As in significantly delayed, not like, oh, we are 2 days behind schedule. It's like, we've been here for 5 weeks, we were supposed to be done a month ago.
Okay, fine. Let's go Scintilla and use the downtime actions to boost it even faster.
So, Arminius gets to as well, as does the librarian Demi made, which should get a token picture when you have a moment, Demi.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So, other than that, something to keep in mind. Rerolls are kind of gonna depend, I think, on Arminius's fate points, because otherwise it gets fucky, because some people have 5 fate points, which means they'll be able to reroll every single thing, and it gets dumb if all we're doing is a downtime as I've planned. Are you okay with this? Or does that seem fucky as well?
Could you repeat? I was looking for a picture.
Downtime, only Arminius's fate points are used and they apply to everything as
Sure.
necessary. Okay. So, let's see. Someone needs to roll Arminius's influence. It's a
Okay.
flat roll. He's requesting access to shipyard facilities.
Give me access to shipyard facilities.
Degrees will determine if he can get bumped to the front of all the lines, essentially.
Can't wait for Jacko to roll a 90. Oh, there we go.
9 degrees.
Nice.
That's actually a really good roll.
Actually, is it? Yes, it's 9 degrees.
Okay. Let's see. How did I want to handle this? So, the way I was planning with this, since these are effectively unique components of extreme value, I was counting it about 7 or 8 weeks worth of installation time, because Fiddly Archaeotech, with 9 degrees of success. Since everyone after the first counts for half increase in time, Arminius decreases it to 7 weeks from 16.
Nice.
Damn.
Which means that you're already getting the job done pretty quickly. That would take one of his downtime actions, shuffling through bureaucracy and arranging all of this. If you wish, you can increase the degrees of success by 1 for shaving 1 more week off, just on that roll. Because you can increase degrees of success after the fact with fate points.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, there's better things to use them on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Arminius has one more, right?
Arminius has a second one, yes.
What do you guys feel like an Arminius would do? Like, if he's waiting here, for a ship to get repaired, what do you think would Arminius do?
Probably try and keep the rumors spreading of the Archaeotech components being installed.
So, basically being subtle about things?
No, probably trying to... Yeah, I guess.
It's not really what he's good at, though.
Yeah, he's not really good at fellowship or, deceive.
All the things that Arminius would be doing, you are his hands and eyes, essentially. He could send
we'd be
those
doing-
of you who are good at it to do this, Adolphus. That's how the
this is
Acolyte
true.
thing works. Now, I believe I said the base would be 3d10 for subtlety loss. 1d10 for each archetype component you're installing.
I think. Let's have 3 people roll that separately, I think.
This is a GM roll, you don't know subtlety.
Wow, fuck you too.
It's literally how the book tells me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
sad.
it's
It's very sad.
Okay, it's gonna be that kind of a day.
Oh, I don't. It's either very good or very bad. Okay.
it's almost always really bad. Let's be real here.
Honestly, having Arminius this things and check, and because it's close to Malphite, here's an idea what he might be doing. He might be overlooking the construction period, but not in a way of like taking. What if he might be like preternaturally detecting warpy bullshit, heresy, blah blah himself using his Psyniscience, just to see if anybody from Malphi may be over here in Scintilla trying to possibly fuck shit up as well, because they're quite connected.
You're assuming that they're gonna be using psychic stuff to do it. Psyniscience generally lets you know that there are psychers around. And there are psychers around. One of the main astropathic choirs for the region is here, funnily enough.
Fair enough.
I mean, no, he can definitely patrol and look for psychers trying to spy on his shit. If he wishes. Or we can look at everyone else's downtime actions and save his for later.
We could.
Let's save it.
Now then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Should we do? Actually, there's. Actually, no. We should probably do these downtimes because we're technically left with one character each of us with the backstory thing needed into.
We could go through those now, yeah.
Just so we can have since we're going to be doing downtimes, 2 downtimes per character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6
I
each.
think we should finish that just so we can have a better idea of our character.
Okay, go ahead, Demi.
Basically, mine is last character, Jason Lorvin. What he thinks about the whatchamacallit, Imperial, well, being from a highborn planet. It's kind of like he doesn't feel it in any form of zealotry or things like. It's still his home, right? He still lives in the Imperium, and he couldn't really live anywhere else. But being highborn and being a merchant, he definitely has felt a lot of corruption happened. So while he doesn't feel upon it disfavorably, he definitely knows the more worst sides, and even he might be at times the worst part of the Imperium at times. So it's kind of a dog eat dog world kind of thing, is his viewpoint.
Lovely. Okay, and why does he serve the Inquisition?
Well, that was my backstory, which was essentially being one of the later sons and physically weak, who was thought to even die in his childhood due to various things. Eventually survived and trying to prove himself that he's better than his eldest brothers and stuff. Went out on his own things and stuff, but he's very far away from being an actual rogue trader and stuff like that. So he thought, okay, I need a ship to travel around and get information and get power in my own hands. The Inquisition is right here and there, and rogue traders didn't really want me because I may have been an issue and a problem in their sides. So I joined the Inquisition, but my underlying motives are there, but I'm still serving the Inquisition.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jackalor?
On the Imperium man for Zarkov, he thinks it's his duty to serve. There's not much else to it. He isn't that sharp.
Serve Big Aquila, man!
Basically.
And why is he with Inquisition?
Because Arminius saw that he had the potential.
You shoot good. You mine now.
But yeah, Arminius saw some potential in him, and
Hear that?
Zarkov just thought that Arminius was a really smart dude, and that you should serve him.
Okay. Big brain man. I fight for you. God damn it. Okay. Looks like Adolphus stepped away. Boo, you get to jump the line.
Oh, lucky me. Last character for me is Alcatraz, an Adeptus Mechanicus, and the way that he views the Imperium is with respect, but also he looks at it. Sorry, he looks at it like some way to get powerful easily, because the Imperial Man is already so powerful in itself, and that's also the reason why he joined the Inquisition, because he believes there he can easily rack up achievements and climb up the ladder.
Meanwhile, Demi is over there like, this quite offends Slanesh.
I fucking love this game. It's fucking amazing.
Okay. Adolphus, for your last character.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That would be Zircon Marius. He's probably very devout to the Emperor. As far as his background goes, I decided that he probably, well, for one, he's from Orbital Quill, so, but he's of highborn background, so they might still be alive, his family. But I decided for his background that he was saved by Inquisitor Arminius stopping a Slaneshi cult at one point, which his father almost accidentally joined.
Almost accidentally. Oh shit, that place got burned down. I was gonna go there tomorrow. Can you imagine?
I was going to go to a party. Oh, the horror.
Sure.
But, yeah.
And you saved the Inquisition then out of gratitude, out of personal loyalty to Arminius.
Yes, of course.
Okay. You actually meet a couple members of your family here on Scintilla. And they kind of suggest that you should intercede with the Inquisitor to bring to justice whoever ruined the Pleasure Planet. Yeah, you
Don't
heard.
mention that
it's
call
fine.
I overheard.
Yeah, you heard. You know, there's still 2 nukes in the armory left over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. In terms of buffing the installation time further, what was the penalty for repairing the ship due to the Xenotech? Like -20?
Hold up, it was actually written on the. Hammer
Yeah,
of
it's
Light.
noted down.
Yes, I'll check it out. Xenophilius. When constructing this vessel, players must select one Xenotech component on ship. However, any tech used to repair the ship suffer -30 due to the strange and blasted nature of the machinery. Should a character attempting the repairs have forbidden lower Xenos, the penalty is only -10. Also, the force of the Zora Xenos have an interest in vessel control. So basically, -30 unless there's people on the ship who have, Forbidden Lore Xenos
Okay.
who know how to repair it. This is why I kind of wanted to go to Scintilla. Because there'd probably be somebody who knows.
There's a slightly better chance, yes.
Okay. Well, there's a simple way to resolve this. Do any of your characters have Forbidden Lore Aldari of any kind?
Yes.
It does not to disagree, but technically it says that the person attempting the repair needs to have it.
Yes, I'm aware. Which means that the character that does have it is gonna have to be part of the effort. So,
Oof.
it's already speeded up, and you're gonna be taking either -20 or -40 to this, but you can make this a team effort, which means that every character after the first that is helping with this and has something useful, whether it's the appropriate forbidden lores, or something like command skill, or tech use, can add to this. The primary role is going to be tech use. So essentially, you can put your acolytes on this. Each extra acolyte that has appropriate skills is another +10. You can buff it to high heavens if you wish, and just commit a fuck ton of downtime actions from multiple people to this. And essentially, lower it further as a team effort. I will step away for a second. You can discuss among yourselves how many characters you want to commit to the effort of the installation and repairs.
Jack Lore, which of your characters has Forbidden Lore Xenos? Is it Mordecai?
Mordecai.
Wonderful.
I'm going to note for myself, I have absolutely nobody with Forbidden Lore Xenos or anything even close. The only person
Yeah, I
who
have
can't
Forbidden
even...
Lord.
I have no
Sure.
command. And the only person I have tech use with is Jason. However, I had two very important things to do with Jason. One of them is also decreasing subtlety, so
I have the only
Increase
thing I have of help is
increase.
Q's on one character.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Mordecai would be better off just doing tech use on him by himself because he has the unnatural intelligence and 52 intelligence. And
Mhm.
Wait,
tech
where
use
did you
plus
get-
10.
Jinza has intelligence of 50 and tech use to 2.
wait, did you get
so
the
plus 10.
Calculus Logi upgrade or whatever that gives you the fucking...
No, cerebral implants.
Oh yeah, cerebral implants, yeah.
Good quality.
Of course you fucking did, bitch. But yeah, in terms of me, I know for sure that Jason is going to be helping with the subtlety. So, note about that. For Naya and Rawl, for Naya and Kaiabus, I'm going to have to thonk wheel. Kind of have an idea. Kind of not.
So, any consensus?
Not really.
Jack Lore is heading this.
Okay.
So you said that the one who has Forbidden Lore Xenos should be leading it, and
No.
that's
Mhm,
Jack
that's
Lore's
me.
Mordecai.
No, they don't have to be. They just have to be part of the team to remove the extra -20.
Yeah, but I have the
If you-
unnatural intelligence.
If that will increase your degrees of success, yes. What you're looking for is being good at tech use, essentially.
Yes, I have tech use plus 10 as well.
And Jinza is also skilled with tech use, but not to the same degree. Intelligence 50, tech use plus 10. So
Yeah, like,
Technically, I have a 2% chance better than you.
I mean, is there any drawback to us both working on it?
only one of you can work on it. Extra people just increase the likelihood of success. Because someone has to be the foreman, and the rest are gonna be assistants.
Okay, so how would that work?
+10 for every character who has an appropriate skill that's helping.
Okay. So he's definitely going to be leading the project.
Mm-hmm.
Mordecai is. Jinza will help. Demi said one of his characters was helping.
The
think.
dude that's good at social.
I think he said he was helping with the subtlety.
Ah, that's a different thing. That's a separate action to essentially keep the damage done to your visibility down.
Okay. I'll have Jibatan help with the command.
Okay. So that's a plus 20 from your characters. So it's a flat roll at this
yes.
point. Boo? Any of your guys helping with this?
The only thing I have is tech use on one character.
That is appropriate. You don't need to have
Okay,
all of
thank you.
them. If you have tech use, you can help.
Yeah, then I'm gonna help out with tech use.
Okay. Demi, are any of your characters helping the repairs directly?
The only person who has tech use is Jason. However, I've kind of a different job with Jason.
Yeah, that's a separate action with a separate pool of helpers. So, that's 3 people helping. So, Jackalor with plus 10.
Yeah, this is including the penalty for not for having Craftware Eldar rather than not having it.
It's made out of red bone. It's like if you didn't have at least one of the Eldari lores, you would be at minus 40. Instead, the base is minus 20, and you have plus 30 from helpers.
So plus 10.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to fate point that.
Is the party okay with spending one of Arminius' fate points?
In this, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone take it down.
I'll take it down.
Go ahead, Jackalor.
Wait, somebody already put it at 4.
Yeah, I did.
Jacko, don't fucking disappoint.
Don't disappoint, Jackalor.
I swear to God, Jacko.
I swear to God, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Oh shit, I rolled it wrong. I forgot to add tech use bonus because I rolled intelligence, not tech use.
There you go.
Re-roll that first, and then we'll see if you've managed to fuck it 3 times.
Yes.
So you're gonna need that
Oh
re-roll.
You very much so need that reroll.
Holy
Two
shit.
successes. It's still fucking good.
3
Okay?
actually because
Oh.
natural intelligence.
You have a natural intelligence 1, right?
2.
2.
Then it's 4.
Then it's 4, yeah.
No, it counts for half, right?
No. It just adds... Your natural intelligence adds for your degrees of success. It doesn't help with the roll itself, but if you succeed, you get better.
Whatever. I don't understand the natural stuff.
But essentially, that is enough to get it down to 3 weeks, which is a reasonable period.
Very much so. Holy shit.
Yeah, you just see the shape of the back end of the ship changing every day as they're rapidly ripping the superstructure away to expose the warp drive.
Please change the map to the ships because we now have to rename stuff. Thank you.
That's a mistake.
Actually, no. That's in the engineering, the bridge. You need to rename the bridge into something cool, guys. It's Archaeotech.
How about Archaeotech Bridge?
You already have an Archaeotech bridge.
Rename it to
Golden Gate Bridge.
No. No.
Kill
No.
yourself.
You can focus. You guys can focus on something else. I'll make a proper name. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, you have installed a better void shield. And you have also installed a better warp drive, one that is smaller. So one of these sections down below is now free to host other components. Remember, size and power went down somewhat.
Somebody please modify what's changed. Fuck, I don't know what to name a bridge.
Runecaster.
The Emperor's Hand.
Fuck off. Alright, so.
The Emperor's PP.
Can you not? That's what you named the power spur at the front for ramming.
So
Hammer's handle.
grab the calculator. So we have a
You don't need a calculator. It auto calculates, just adjust the values on the warp drive.
oh. Warp engine 10 power, 12 space. What's the new one?
It was 8 power and 8 space. It's very compact and effective.
And
It's in the loot. Make sure you get the special qualities as well.
yes. Architect plasma drive, architect. Was it the architect plasma drive?
No, it's at the end. It's the Archaeotech warp drive.
Warp drive.
No, just name our void shield Napolitan ice cream. That's 3 like.
Hammer's handle.
Easy.
Okay, so I have no fucking words. Those of you who wish can add Stormtrooper Carapace, by the way, to your sheets, because Jackalor spent his pick on making sure everyone had always had access to decent armor among the acolytes. So you are all chassaying around in Inquisitorial Carapace right now, if you wish.
In what type of carapace?
So for the so does the Miloslav penalty stay, or is it just entirely different?
You traverse the same amount of warp and you traverse the same amount of anomalies. It doesn't help you avoid, so you do still get double the anomaly hits. Make sure you change the name as well.
So it has Haste of the Damned as well.
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
So what was this carapace armor called?
It functions.
Militarum Tempestus.
Yeah, it's the full weight Tempestus Carapace, but for fluff's sake, it comes with the Inquisitorial regalia. It's what you do when you need to knock down doors and go, "Open up, Inquisition!"
Holy shit, I could actually wear that. It's only 4 kilograms heavier than an Imperial Guard flak armor. It's plus 2 armor.
That's why it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it as Imperial Carapace.
It's Inquisitorial Carapace.
So that's one better than the light carapace is commonly available?
Yes.
Yes.
And it
Do
weighs
you
the
know-
same.
Do you know this one actually has a agility modifier, so it might not be prominent if you use.
It's 45 agility, so.
You might actually have, 2 points of armor to use against shuriken cannons?
Yeah. It might save your life one day. It's just the important part.
It will slow it down a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one action used for 4 people. Demi, you wanted to at the same time be doing cover-ups.
Just give me a bit. I'm putting carapace on people. On people who can carry it. Jason can't carry it. He has a strength plus toughness modifier of 2 plus 2. Help.
Okay, fair
How much
warning.
does it weigh?
Look it up in the book.
It's 15 kilograms.
But fair warning, this is wearing heavy equipment like this, especially if you come loaded down with guns, is not a subtle move. So that's for when you're ready to make noise.
Well, obviously.
Obviously, you're here also openly as an inquisitorial ship, so it doesn't fucking matter one fucking bit, but you know, for those times when it matters, be forewarned. That how heavily armed you go in, I'm gonna try and track that, and it might affect things.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, Demi's writing things down. Does anyone else have...
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, so who I wanted to do cover up with, because it makes the most fucking sense, is Jason.
Okay.
And I'm gladly going to spend, using cover up, 1 influence to gain instantaneously a 1d5 subtlety, and, then attempt, additional with the downtime.
Okay. Copy pasta how it works, because generally speaking, trying to cover up a ship being refitted in dry dock over the sector capital is Arminius's influence scale that's gonna be affected.
Hold up. Cover up. Wait, it was right here. Here it is. Yeah, I'm just going to... Even the slightest whisper of the Inquisition's presence can be enough to scatter suspected heretics and drive cults entirely. Prevent the growth and spread of rumors. Acolytes use combinations of well-placed bribes, dire threats, and other means to keep their activities as secret as possible. At the GM's discretion, the character can reduce his influence to increase his group subtlety. For every point of influence lost in this way, the acolyte increases warband subtlety by 1d5. So, speaking 1d5, 1 influence for 1d5.
Yeah. The way this is gonna work is that you would be sacrificing Arminius's influence for this. But you can use it, because you're just using up his capital.
Honestly, if that's the way, I'm gonna ask the rest of the team, but I honestly think having maybe spending 2 or 3 actually influence for 2d5s or 3d5s for this would actually be very beneficial, considering we're doing a major upgrade to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
You're not going to be able to reduce the subtlety loss below, the minimum that could be rolled. So 3 points in this case, because it was 3d10.
Mm-hmm.
But presumably you might have rolled a lot higher than that. You just don't know
Yeah.
how bad it is.
We don't know how much
If
it is.
we
Yeah.
want to, honestly, we might even go 4.
You can also trade in some of that archaeotech for extra influence, just straight up, instead of saving it for a more direct horse trade.
But doesn't that kind of increase our decrease our subtlety?
Presumably you're selling this, you're not putting it in, you're not flashing it around, you're just... Presumably Arminius has been around long enough to know which person he can hand this off to for a favor that won't cause him too much trouble.
Yeah, because we have 4 items that we won't be using, so we technically could sell. 2 of them, no, 1, 2, 3 of them are architect. No, 4 architect if we're not going to use the macro cannon, and just 1 that's really high quality. What do you guys? I'd be willing to sell it. Probably not in the bulk. Maybe sell like 1.
We could sell Midnight's Edge. It's ridiculous.
No, that's
awesome.
Isn't that, you mean the fucking great fucking weapon? No.
Yeah.
That would give you the most use if you actually ran into some fucking Raven.
One
god.
of the descendants. Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, and yeah, because it has a story behind it. Honestly, out of character, I kind of want to save that because that could be a lot of fucking cool story right there.
Fair enough. Let's save it for now then.
So yeah, let's think of like the components, ship components, right?
Yeah, because unless you install a cargo bay, you can't bring them with you, so they're kind of less good for horse trading, so to speak.
Yeah. But I don't think. But the problem is like selling them all in a bulk is actually kind of bad.
I'm telling you out of character, there's so many mechanicus on board your ship right now, and workers and servitors, that, let's put it this way, out of character as the STM telling you, you can just trade them in for influence. It's not gonna be something that's gonna cost you. I'm not gonna nickel and dime you so much that you need to find just the right spot to sell things safely. If you get something extra spicy, maybe, but average-ish Archaeotech, don't worry about too much.
Then I think we should just do it, guys. Because we don't
Just
need
trade in all our junky
we don't need.
Archaeotech ship components.
We have an Archaeotech Void Shield that isn't as good as the one we have. We have another Plasma Drive, just a regular Geller Field that doesn't have any of the bonuses, an Archaeotech Lance that we won't be using, and the Macro Cannon, which could have been good, but considering all things considering, we probably don't want it, so, you know.
Might as well trade it all in, to be honest.
Yeah,
So it was the Void Shield that's. Which of the Void Shields? Miracles of the Dark Age, Potent ×2, right?
I have it in my demi notes, if you can actually check that. I have the shield components written down.
No,
Which,
it's
like-
the compact Archaeotech Void Shield, the one at the very top.
Yes, but we are taking the Black Space Warp Drive. The Void Shield is the, we're taking the 3 shield Void Shield.
A Geller Field doesn't normally take up space, right?
No,
The
Void
Geller-
Shield.
I'm
Not Geller
trying to
Field.
figure out how much I want to offer you for the Void Shield. Or not the Geller Field, that is.
It's not Archaeotech, it's just high quality Imperial.
Yes, it doesn't take up space, so effectively the best quality just means that it's less likely to break. So you could get like a point of influence for that. The Archaeotech is gonna be a base of 2 if it's a ship component. For weapons, it's all obviously a different scale.
Yeah, weapons would be much less, presumably.
And that is essentially assuming that you are taking the time, which you have with 3 weeks in such a central location, to find someone who wants that Archaeotech, either for study or to actually use it. And since this is Scintilla, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So
So,
wait, are we-
honestly,
You go ahead.
what I was just gonna say, like, they're giving us it's good influence, and we don't need it. Like, it's game wise, like if you're an RPG and you have this shit, you just sell it for fucking 2 copies. Fucking do it.
So you want to sell this stuff and then trade that influence directly for
For both covering
those
up.
subtlety
I mean,
dice.
but we're gonna get a
reductions.
we're gonna get a lot more influence than we need for actually reducing subtlety. So we're actually gonna have leftover influence that our minions can use.
That is true.
You don't spend influence, you roll it.
It depends
With
on what
cover
you're
up.
doing it. With cover up, you're spending it. And if you wanted to say, oh, I don't know, recruit a squadron of Navy frigates for your next location, you better believe Arminius would be actually spending some influence for reinforcements like that.
Fair enough.
There's things you actually have to spend on.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna write in my note.
I mean, I really want to sell one of the Archaeotech items for 2 best quality power swords. It would really help my character.
We just sell them
Two
for a
best
bunch of drugs
quality
and sell
power
that for money.
swords.
Once the duel, we become a helicopter.
Yeah,
You want two best quality power swords?
he wants to be a blender.
Yes.
Essentially.
Okay,
Spin to win, boys. Spin to win.
so Demi, what components do you want to sell?
It's written in my notes, but essentially just a regular Archaeotech Void Shield,
Mm-hmm.
a regular Archaeotech Plasma Drive,
Mm-hmm.
a Geller Field that is finally Roth, and just the Archaeotech Lance that we found, and the confirming this for last time, we don't want the macro cannon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Archaeotech macro cannon.
Okay. So that is a total of 5 components. One is a best quality Geller field, and then we have 4 Archaeotech ones. Are any of them exceptionally good?
Let's check in the loot.
I am.
The Archaeotech Void Shield at the start is compact, surly, and zealous. The Archaeotech Plasma Drive is swirling energy. They're both actually. The Archaeotech Void Shield is good. The Plasma Drive is. The finally Roth
The-
Geller Field is with best.
Archaeotech Void Shield, was it actually... Were normal Void Shields taking at more than single space? I don't think they were, which is why it felt kind of wasted.
No, the Architect Void Shield is
There's one layered.
or normal shields are 2 space.
Okay, so it's 1 less space, so it's not a huge increase.
I think why we didn't want the Archaeotech Void Shield because I think if I remember right,
It's a single one. It was a
Single
frigate-sized one, yeah.
that's why we didn't want it because we had 2 layered.
For you, it would have been a downgrade. No, I'm trying to figure out, because Archaeotech obviously can vary a great deal, and if something is extra good a combo, you could get more from it.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
this
why
is
I'm- yeah, which is
this-
why I'm checking.
Mhm.
So,
What are we
swirling...
gonna do with that stuff? This power sword.
We're gonna have to trade it to one of the Raven Knights at some point.
Like just
We
leave it.
can't use it. That's the
Just-
point.
Nobody can use it. Yeah, that's
okay,
the point.
the
It's kind of
Archaeotech Plasma
garbage.
Drive, if... Yeah, it can't become unpowered, so the swirling energy is kind of wasted.
It's not as good. Yeah.
Okay, and then we had the...
Finally, Roth Geller Field, which is just best, and it has Surly as a quirk.
Yeah, but you're just gonna get 1 for that.
That's okay.
Uh,
And then we had going down more. We
Plus
had
5 to the lance. Okay. That's morally
Yeah, the
useful,
Architect
but not
Lance.
amazing.
and the Archaeotech Lance in terms of craftsmanship is common, so it's not even good or best.
And imposing on ship component.
And it's lucky and zealous as a quirk.
Do any of you want to spend... As is, you'll get a 9 points of influence for this.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you wish to spend downtime actions trying to shop around for just the right person to sell to get better?
Kind of had that in planned. I had 2 plans with Jason, which was the cover-up bullshit, and one of them was either making my influence better or trying to sell because I'm good at that and I have like
What
contact
would the
networks.
role be? Would it be fellowship based or?
It would
Fellowship
be
commerce?
fellowship commerce, probably, yeah.
I'm good at that.
Other people, if they have commerce, can aid with this, if he chooses to roll.
I can have Jinza too. Or
I mean, I could also spend a fate point for this, well, or Arminius' fate point, and have immediately 4 degrees of success.
You could.
So, you know,
What would that even give?
4 degrees of success would give you a couple extra influence points.
I
The
think it'd
macro
be-
cannon and the lance definitely could get you at least 1 extra each if sold to the right person. Because the extra to hit and the extra intimidate, there's a lot of rogue traders that would love either or both.
Yeah. So essentially, it's one additional influence per degree of success, is what you're saying.
It's... I don't want to go quite that far. I think I might give you like 3 extra for 4. Because you also need to have the potential in the items to upsell them to someone.
There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
think that we could use for fate point.
Let's do it. Let's have you roll, and I'll have Jinza and Zircon.
Well,
No, don't roll. Just do the 4 successes.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind,
because-
if you get into a ship combat, which going out into dual space is a possibility, Arminius is the one who's gonna be paying for rerolls if you happen to need them in this beast of a ship.
So yeah, I do think we're gonna sell it, and then Jason's gonna take one of the downtime actions by spending the fate point to automatically get 4 degrees of success, just to boost up more influence and also prove himself.
Okay? Then someone take down Arminius's influence to what is
Got
it
it.
now? 3? And
And he gets so 12 additional influence, 9 plus the 3 additional, right?
yes, that is accurate.
So 104 plus 12, that is 100.
Yeah.
And since we're kind of already spending the influence, I think we should go with 4 influence dots for 45 if we can for the cover up.
Yeah,
Let's go with 6.
6?
No,
You want to
65.
shotgun it? Make
From
sure that
in the
everything
background.
is carpet bombed.
No, let's not do that.
But what do you think? How much influence should be spent on cover up? It's 1d5 per influence spent. You've currently earned another 12 points from selling some of the components gathered in the prologue.
Can we spend 6?
Yeah, if you wish. It's
So why not?
it's like, okay, well, you could give me all those accounts, or you could give me just those 2, and you could do me this favor, oh, and just make that person vanish.
65 would mean that theoretically we could go up to, mathematically speaking, could go up to 30, which is also the limit of the 3d10. This is now metagame, but the thing about it is we're not quite sure of the effects. It could be actually quite low, and we might just be overshooting.
Okay, before you do that, some of your characters can spend a downtime action with a combination of like inquiry and scrutiny skills. Primary would probably be inquiry good though, to try and figure out how bad the impact was. And then you can decide after you have investigated just how badly your subtlety got hit, how much you want to spend.
Not a bad idea.
I could roll inquiry with Marius.
I'm not good at that.
As long as you have someone who's decent as primary, you just need to have scrutiny or inquiry as a skill, and that starts adding plus 10s to the roll of the primary user. You just need to be trained in it.
I only have 42 in fellowship and no inquiry plus 10 because I had to buy a bunch of shit.
Okay, so
I'm out of downtime with Jason, so I can't do it.
well,
Hold on. Are you saying you have inquiry or do you not have inquiry?
Inquiry. I have 42 fellowship as well for Marius.
Okay, well, one of my characters has inquiry. That's Jinza. And
Jinza
another
you
character of
already
mine.
used for the first action on repairing, right?
Mm-hmm. So it'd be her second action.
Yeah, okay, that I'm fine with that. Let's not worry about that too much. Yeah, you can apply her if you wish.
And Baden has scrutiny.
Okay,
So he could also help with that.
okay, so that's plus 20. Anyone else?
I got nothing.
Demi, I will say that well, technically you're just handing out bribes. You don't necessarily need to spend a whole downtime action unless you're also gonna try and use your normal skills to help fix the mess. This is just a special ability that you're fueling with
Oh
Arnea's
yeah,
influence.
actually, so I don't actually have to spend my downtime. No, I'm just gonna spend a downtime for this, honestly, because I do want to have something else in plan for myself.
Okay. So, start by spending a
I'll
downtime and see
spend,
how well you manage to patch up the holes. Okay.
Well,
Can I spend Mordecai's second downtime action to get an hour plus D?
Yes. Actually, no. Mordecai is he the
Okay.
primary roller?
No, Marius is the primary.
Okay, then yeah, you can. As long as you're not stacking 2 downtime actions onto a single attempt.
Yeah, of course.
So that's a total of plus 30. So 2 from you and 2 from Jacklore. Ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Booyah!
Okay, that
Wonderful.
is 7 degrees.
indeed.
Okay, let's see. How exact do I want to give this to you? Pretty exact. It's a large hit. It's between 25 and 28.
Ow!
I
How
rolled
much?
very high.
How much?
Between-
25 and 28?
25 and 28.
Between those two. Like when you do an estimate like that, I'm gonna give you a range depending on how well you do. It's gonna be more or less precise.
Okay, I do think we should go 65 then, because we really, like, no.
Yeah, 65 is definitely the option.
You can see why I said this would be one of those evenings. Okay. Do you want to do a downtime action to try and mitigate it normally, Demi, or do you want to trigger
I
this?
just want to do the special ability cover.
Okay.
Because I already used one downtime action for the additional influence. So I'm going to take away 6 from, which puts him at 110.
Nice
and
round
I'll roll
number.
6. Yep, and I'll do it to 65.
Okay, I will before you roll. I will say this. Once you decide how much you're committing, I'm not gonna let you trigger the same ability a second time if you roll shit on it. So
Don't worry about it.
keep that in mind.
So 65. Let's go.
Come on.
Wow.
So that cuts it in half.
In half. Still better, right? But it's like, oof. Fucking. It's really hard when, putting something down when it's like, hey, that's a lot of good shit. So even though we bribed somebody, it could have just been like a flick of the tongue, I suppose.
Well, you're literally pulling the ship apart, and there's like on a station 100 miles away, there's mechanics going like,
Bless. But that's that. Anyways, just to notify because it's been silent. Boo, you should really do your downtimes because you said you had to go.
Yeah, that is true.
Bless test.
okay. So, Boo, downtimes. Anything particular you would like?
You see, I don't actually know.
Like you could do a lot of things. I don't know. Examples being
I feel
trolling
like,
help.
wait, one of my characters I think already is helping where Jack
Mm-hmm.
accused. Yeah.
You have 2 for each character. Like, essentially the way this works, anything you think that can help the mission, you can generally attempt. Just run it by me. I'll tell you how it will work.
Okay, I'll try and think of something.
Okay. Does anyone other than Demi want to try and clean this up without using the special ability to help this further?
What when we need to help him?
Well, you have a rough idea of how well that went, and you know that you still have a lot of information leaks. Or at least with the way the bribes were going, you know that it's probably not going to be enough to entirely stop news from spreading.
It's a long shot, but can one of my characters use charm to try and cover that up a bit?
Okay. Just social your way out of the problem. Encourage people to play ball. Be friendly with Inquisition, not fuck you.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay? Okay, I figured this would be how this would go. So, we're gonna do it this way. It's gonna be charm, command, intimidate, and interrogation that can contribute to this. But it's gonna depend a lot on the degrees of success. And depending on what you choose to use as the primary skill, once you decide on the group that is doing this, and you can use any of those skills as primary, is gonna somewhat affect just how much those degrees of success will get you. So effectively anyone that has any of those 4 can help.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do intimidate with my.
With mutant, okay? And help with the charmer?
Yeah.
Does anyone else wish to commit someone to this?
Ooh, how good is your charmer?
Oh, he's
I'm
leading
going
with
to
the
do
mutant.
it. I'm going to do it with intimidate, which I have 1 tick in intimidate and 50 strength.
The other one was willpower for intimidate. How's your willpower on that character?
39, still not bad.
Okay, I need to think about this. Because you're trying to intimidate government structures less so than individual people, so I'd say this is a willpower thing for intimidate.
I mean, it's still fairly good. If anyone else has something better.
I can have Zircon help with his charm. But
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. That's another plus 10, so it's plus 20 so far.
I can do with Marius as well. That's his second action.
Okay. Could help with Arminius, or lead with Arminius. He has 33 fellowship and 2 ticks in command. Actually, if anyone has Deceive, that would also
He does
help.
not.
Deceive would help as well, if anyone has it.
I have Deceive, but it's already on the character that's helping with charm.
Okay. Actually, how good
both of
are
my
they?
characters who would be remotely capable.
How good
of
are they at
Deceive.
Deceive?
Just 1 tick, while it has 2 ticks in charm.
Yeah, but what's the stat? How high is
27, I think. 27.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
For Deceive, it would be Fellowship, and that's like the best thing for this, but okay.
Okay.
So, okay, let's go over this. 2 from Boo, 1 from Jackalor, 1 from Adolphus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want Arminius to be involved in this, guys? This would be his second downtime action.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Sure.
Do you want him to help or lead? He would be
Well, he
rolling
doesn't have-
versus a 43 due to having that tick in command. if he led.
Yeah, 43. Not the greatest.
Yeah, he'd be better than. Yeah, we should probably have Arminius lead.
Okay.
Yep.
Then Boo, if you would, Arminius' command with a plus 40 for the 4 people that are helping.
Command +4.
Mm-hmm.
Just is the command with fellowship, or is it going to be with something else?
It's with fellowship. Okay.
Nice.
So that's a total of 6 degrees. Okay. How do I want to hand this out? Yeah, sure. Command is an appropriate skill for this. I'll reduce it further. Or put it back up, rather. Okay. Yeah, with the roll on, seeing how bad it goes, that was absolutely amazing. There's still some rumors going around, but the vast majority of them have been quashed. It's not that far off from the minimum you could have reduced it to.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question now.
Yeah,
One of my characters still has the Kroot rifle.
yeah.
What can I do with that?
You can trade
Trade
them
them in.
to amp up your requisition rolls. So each downtime you'll get 2 requisition rolls, and since you happen to recover valuable Xeno loot that should and can be destroyed, that will essentially act as a trade-in that can boost your attempt to requisition something Imperial.
Oh, okay. So if I trade both in, how would that work? Like, how would it help me with my requisition? Just give
Okay.
a flat bonus?
Okay, they are very rare, right?
I think so.
Okay, so presuming you want something very rare, they would give you a plus 10 for getting that item. If you wanted something that's, say, just scarce, they would give you an extra plus 30. So,
Okay, I get it.
yeah, it's the bigger the difference in rarity, the bigger the bonus you get for trading it in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. Jackalor, I think 2 of your characters have used both their downtime actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about the third?
Zarkov is useless.
Okay, Zarkov is useless. Good to know. Adolphus, how many do you have left?
I have a Zircon. He has 1 action left. And
And
he's extremely skilled with Medicaid, so I'd probably just
Oh,
have him
I
help
forgot,
out the
apparently-
locals.
apparently Zarkov has command. I forgot.
You're a degenerate.
Oh well.
Okay. So, Demi,
Mm-hmm.
what do you have left?
I have entirely Kybus, Naya, and 1 on Jason because.
So you've
the
spent
cover-up-
1.
Yes.
Okay, Boo.
I have 1 character with both downtime actions and 1 with only 1.
Okay, so, is there anything else you want to attempt as a group action? You can attempt things like getting navigational charge from navigator houses, news about what's going on in that part of space as well. You can do things to prepare specifically for the upcoming mission, if you wish. Okay, I take it that nothing comes to mind then?
Can I do that Medicaid work
Oh, you're gonna do
The
Medicaid
locals.
work?
to help the locals? Maybe.
Actually, I was kind of having that in plan as well, so that could be a group action.
Okay, if you guys want to go down to the planet, and where do you want to work? Do you want to work in the upper spires? Are you actually looking to help the ordinary workers?
We should really help go to the upper spires.
I'm considering my character.
Probably the lower areas, let's be honest.
Kinda, yeah. I'm thinking for Kaiba's the lower areas too.
I have 40 intelligence. I have 30 plus Medicaid.
I have 50 intelligence, 2 thoughts of Medicaid, and I have superior Trojan.
I also have superior church.
Do you have an advanced Medikit? Actually, no. Would that apply in these cases or no?
It wouldn't, because essentially you would use it up in a couple of hours at most.
Fair enough. So, how many ticks of Medicaid do you have, Adolphus?
4.
Jesus. So you're plus 30, plus... We're actually kind of equal.
This
You're
is
both retarded.
This is
This is.
you
I
don't
have 10% more.
you don't
chance.
have to be doing this in the same spot though. This is an action you can do separately if you wish.
Oh, okay.
Just do it separately. One goes to the upper spires, one goes to the lower spires.
Okay, so Adolphus, where do you go to practice medicine?
Fuck it, I'll go to the upper spire. You take the lower spire.
Sure.
Okay. Then I will keep in mind that you have access to decent facilities, but just roll whatever you get from your talent, skills, etc.
Can Zarkov help? Eh?
Do you want to go along with him?
Yeah, Medicaid. He has a dot.
Sure. You'll be the
Can play the
nurse.
I'm not sure how much help he is going to be, but
About a plus 10, actually.
I'm surprised.
Okay, go ahead and roll, Adolphus.
How does superior surgeon...
It gives you a plus 20 to Medicaid.
So it's just a straight plus 20, and he's helping, so that's plus 30, right? There's no environmental bonuses, right?
Nope. This is to determine how well you do relative to your skill. Okay.
Nice.
You added in the plus 10 from Jacklaw, right?
I accounted for it.
Okay.
Why do you have a minus 20?
It's minus 20 plus 20 because that's how it tracks if it's untrained. It adds a plus 20
stupid.
back in if it's trained. It's,
Very well.
It's stupid like that, I know. Demi.
Yeah, I'm gonna, roll mine as well. Just gonna ask, does the special ability of Medicaid Imperialis help in any capacity?
What does that do? That's the...
From the Officio Medicaid. An Officio Medicaid character counts the state of damage. A character is considered as 1 degree more or less severe. Critically damaged count as heavily damaged. Heavily damaged count as lightly damaged.
It's gonna be... I'm gonna give you like a plus 5 for it. But most of it's gonna be things like sores, infections, things that are just chronic rather than trauma.
Yeah, totally. And there, I have other equipment, but that's not going to come into play, so I only have an additional target modifier 5. Nice.
Okay, so Adolphus, you got 8 degrees of success, and Demi, you got
6.
6. Okay. Let's see. Well, starting with upper hives. The general mood is worried with an edge of cautious optimism, because there's a lot of prizes out there and that's gonna be good for the sector, but effectively Orbal Quill, Vaccinite,
got fucked.
and the planet that saw the Dead Star. That's bad. The lower hives, they are They are worn down, Demi. They lead a shit life, and the recruitment efforts continue, with the Severian Dominate being used as an excuse, and more troops being funneled, including from here, for the war effort, and the shifts in the factories to produce munitions and goods ain't getting any shorter either. So it's not active discontent, and they're not at the breaking point yet, but they're within sight of that point where it's like, ah, fuck.
Shit's bad.
I might as well just kill the overseer. I'm gonna be dead if I have another shift like that anyway. They're not too far from that, you know?
Gotcha.
So, yeah, like you essentially end up in position where you can hear a lot of general info on how the lower classes of Sintel are doing, and how the higher-ups view the situation in the sector in general. But yeah, people are definitely worried in different ways, because things have been rather nasty of late. And one more important tidbit, and this is props up enough times, though it's not spoken of a lot, to pay attention to it. The Black Star, it had been gone for a while before it showed up again. It had been like a century and a half since it was last sighted in Calix's space, and people were hoping that had been resolved in some way. And that's like, you hear a couple of mentions of legends down below, and up above it's like, wait, wasn't that dealt with?
Odd.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on to other actions. Boo, do you have any you would like to undertake?
No, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't have any. None of my other characters, like my assassin character isn't really good at like anything except murder and avoiding murder, of course.
You can just be sneaking around trying to overhear what people are talking of on the ship or in the shipyards, for example. If you're good
so
at
I can
stealth,
stealth
you
them, I'm
can
guessing?
you can be a sneaky bitch and spy on people. That's perfectly okay.
Oh, fair enough. Makes sense.
Does anyone else want to help with sneaking around and trying to gather information via stealth?
Yeah, I'd actually help with one person, which is Nayaral.
Okay.
He also
I can help with Zarkov.
Okay.
so that's plus 20.
Uh,
Eva.
okay. Yeah, go for it. Who of you has the best dice for that, for stealth?
I
I have 34.
I have agility 43 and stealth 1 tick, so just 43.
Yeah,
I have 45 agility.
fair
Let's go
enough.
for it.
If you
Calculated
do have cameline cloaks, those I will allow to add to this.
Nope.
Nope.
Jackalor?
Nope.
Would any of you like to requisition cameline cloaks?
I was just about to say, could I use one of the crude rifles to ease on the requisition?
You get 2 automatic requisitions, and you can definitely use the rifle to boost it further. But your mission, if I recall, with that character, that was the one that went to that was the crude fight, right?
Yes, the crit fight in the middle of nowhere.
So that was a pretty successful mission. So, and cameline cloaks are Imperial equipment. I'm gonna give you a base of plus 40 to that.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to boost it further, you can, but you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, fair enough. Then I won't. So that's just a plus 40.
It's plus 20 because it's rares. So
Yes,
Yeah.
that does apply. So you would have something like 50% shot of getting it.
Then I would like to use one of the crude rifles, if that's...
So that's very rare. That's another plus 20.
I use the second requisition.
You can.
So it's the same.
What's your fellowship bonus, by the way?
2.
Okay, then you're not risking your influence yet. If you fuck these up badly enough, it will hurt you because they will be seen as you making unreasonable requests, essentially.
Fair enough. Okay, so
I'd like
that's...
to requisition an entire starship with this one rifle.
Arminius puts you out the airlock. You've been corrupted.
So that's another roll of the same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. You have a stealth cloak. Does anyone
Oh wait,
else want?
is that both downtime actions? Because one for the sneak and one for the 2 requisitions.
No. With downtime actions, you can get more than 2 requisitions. This is just your...
Oh, okay.
What equipment do you want to have ready for future missions?
I get you.
I will let you save these, if you wish, for when you are actually heading out on the mission, by the way. So, but the Cameline Cloak is a good pick.
Yeah, I need a Naya as well.
Okay, Demi, do you want to requisition a Cameline Cloak?
Yeah, I have nothing to trade, so I just want to, try regular
Okay,
requisition.
what mission was Naya
Which-
part of?
The orc, something.
The freebooters?
It was on a ship, and we
Yeah.
were.
Yes, that's freebooters.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a
Success.
yeah. So plus 40 minus 20, so plus 20.
So I 56% shot,
Mm-hmm.
which means I might
awful.
very much fuck it up. Wait, hold up.
You
30
fucked it up.
How the fuck is it 56? I added modifier of 20. What? Okay. Okay.
Let me look up the losing influence.
Good job, Danny. Good job.
Yep.
When Necklaire fails an influence test by more degrees of failure than his fellowship bonus, his influence decreased by the difference between the two. So what's your fellowship bonus on Naya?
2.
Okay, and that's a crit fail. So I will be merciful. Even on a crit fail, you would normally lose 3 for difference in degrees of success.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna take 6 from you.
6 influence?
Yeah.
So I'm down to 30. Gotcha. I'd like to attempt that again.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
You really don't know what to crit, do you?
You actually think I give a fuck. I'm trying to do this for the Imperium and to kill demons better. Do you think I care, Jackalor? I started the game with 26. So influence, does the plus 20 still apply?
Yes, that's a modifier for the mission which you get on the 2 influence
Okay.
rolls and for availability.
So exactly 50% shot. Let's crit fail again, guys. Hey, I got it this time.
Oh,
So someone unreasonably denies your request. There's a big scandal. People call you Karen. It's a big mess. But you finally make it to a reasonable supervisor and get your cloak.
Are we gonna roll for the sneaky thing?
Yeah, you can, roll now.
Does Jackalor want Cameline Cloak though on his character? Because we are just going through the 3 dudes that are doing the
Oh,
sneaky
thank
thing.
No.
Okay? He's just gonna stand there in Tempest Carapace looking scary. Okay. So I take it Boo is rolling because he now has the highest.
Well, actually, technically not yet, because his agility is still shit. I
But
think
he
it was
gets...
Jackler with the highest.
But I'm letting you use the Cameline Cloak for this, for the plus 20 bonus. Because it's literally a stealth cloak. And you're just hanging around important places listening in.
No, fuck it, just have Boo done roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's stealth with a bonus of 20, then another 20 for the 2.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Nice. That is 6, right?
Okay. You listen in. Generally, dock workers talking, mechanicus buzzing at each other, and it's 5 degrees, huh? 6 actually.
6, yeah.
Okay. Generally speaking, they're just talking about the work and apparently hush advanced technology getting put in the Hammer of Light. I'll give you a choice. You can each get 2 points of influence back, or you can remove 1 more point from the subtlety loss. Essentially, it's a dilemma between you picking up
Who
the
you
trail
can blackmail or
No,
who you
no.
fuck over.
It's essentially Naya has Psyniscience, so you can pick up the trail of a weak rogue psyker and bring him in, or you can track down some of the people that have been mouthing off and space them, and you kind of have to choose which lead you're going to pursue, and the reward changes based on that. So, let's go through. Boo, influence or subtlety?
Subtlety.
Demi?
Subtlety.
Okay, Jackalor?
Subtlety.
Okay, then I'm gonna remove 1 more point from the loss there. And the rogue psyker continues on Scintilla without knowing that he's a psyker. Just passively using precognition until it all goes horribly wrong one day.
Well, that's fun that you mentioned that.
You picked up a ping on your Psyniscience.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
don't
but
worry.
so you know
I had
that one is there, you just didn't pursue him because you pursued the subtlety lead.
Oh, don't worry about it. I still have another downtime action that I had pre-planned, but you just gave me better information. Thank you.
Okay. You can definitely keep trying to reel back in on that if you wish.
Because the other downtime action with Dime was originally supposed to be either using awareness or her power with Psyniscience to just be ever vigilant on any, wrong, warpy, or, demonic heresy. Things that I've seen previously on Demon Worlds, right? But just, trying to focus on them.
Okay, Boo, didn't you have a character with Psyniscience? I think someone had
Yes,
one
I
with...
do.
Does that character wish to help with this?
Yes.
Okay,
This is my assassin boy.
then...
He hasn't used up all his actions.
No, he still has 1 downtime.
Okay,
Okay.
then you can pursue that lead. Jacklor,
So,
your actions are all used up, right?
Yes.
Adolphus,
As
do
are
you
mine.
have... Okay, you've used up all of yours. Okay. Then, gentlemen, which of you has the better Psyniscience test?
I have a 49 and 1 tick of Psyniscience.
I have 47 and 1 tick of sanity.
Okay, then Demi, roll for it with a plus 10.
Yeah, since this is... auspices wouldn't apply here, right? Actually, I don't even have an aspect. What the fuck am I talking about? I swear to God, I had. Whack. Never mind. So,
Okay.
Cynicians at +10, right?
Yes.
Hey,
Nice.
that's a 5.
That is 5. Okay. So, picture a scene. 2 dock workers in one of their small apartments, eating. He's finally invited that coworker girl over.
Oh.
And then you just go smash, door goes flying, Inquisition on the ground!
And I'm stealthy, so I can.
All they just say is, "We didn't expect this."
Shut the fuck up!
In a panic, you sense that he's instinctively, feebly trying to summon powers.
Shoot him.
Probably, okay. You shoot him. Do you shoot to kill or in the leg? Because you are technically supposed to recover them if possible. For Terra.
Oh, is that the. Oh,
For the
fair
black
enough.
ships.
Unless
What-
he's
Let's
corrupted,
just shoot them in the foot.
I'm not good at it, but I'd like to attempt to charge, like essentially charge and smack him with the back of the gun and just knock him out.
okay.
Pistol whip the fucker.
It works on the 4th blow.
Good enough. I'm not a strong individual,
Okay.
but
He lost an eye by this point, but it's good enough.
So you have the inquisitorial. Well, where should we put this? Effectively, you have one psyker in the black cells of your ship.
nice. Mission successful. Hey, what do you do in your free time? Find rogue psychers. Just Inquisition things.
Okay. Well, you did end up getting him, so you can each add 2 influence. And you remove the threat. Just imagine if he had made tech malfunction on a fucking space dock.
Like, I didn't even expect you to have a rogue psyker, but I was like going to fucking because I have Naya be like that. It's like I'm just gonna do that anyways because I'm a patrol.
There's
man.
tens of thousands of people working on the station. There was one.
True.
And untrained and just like completely unaware. He's a weekend psyker. If he's lucky, he's becoming an astropath. If not, he's getting fed to the throne.
Bless.
Daddy needs to eat Demi. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So Naya's done for me, and Jason. Actually, no, Jason's not.
You have one more action on him, right?
Yep.
Boo, what about you? How much do you have left to do?
One character has a 1 downtime action.
Okay. Any ideas on what you want to do with him? Also, note down on the character where you've used the requisitions.
Oh, how do you mean?
Just like in the character sheet, there's the journal. Just make an entry for downtime 1 and just make a few notes about what they've done if possible and that they've used requisitions, that kind of thing, so we can track who still has theirs left.
Demi, make sure to note down that you lost 6.
Don't worry, I already fucking wrote it down. Even.
Okay.
Okay, which character has an action left, Boo?
The mutant.
Which was Esther?
Esther. Yeah.
Okay, what does he have? Intimidate,
Muscle.
athletics, and lots of muscle. Do you want to go to the spearfishers and spend some time just sparring?
Yeah, that could be fun. Anyone want to join?
I literally have no characters who have
Okay,
downtime left.
so
So
let's see. This is a weird one. but you're a monster. So, let's see, what do you have that will help with this? You have super high toughness, and you have pretty well trained dodge. So, I'm gonna give you, let's say... What else do you have that's useful? You have... brutal
13
charge.
Yes, I do.
And that's about it. But you're also... Are you visibly mutated?
Yeah, I am. I'm basically a hulking mass of muscle. That's how I got the unnatural touch.
Okay. So, I'll give you a plus 10 to a strength test.
Just straight up strength plus 10.
Yeah. Essentially, you're pit fighting.
Kick his ass, base.
Damn, nice.
Okay. Well, you'll learn about what's going on with the troops. It's kind of a mixture. Some of them are happy with how things have been going. About 2 to 3 quarters haven't seen much action because you've used a relatively small portion of the troops you have, or at least not proper action, just police keeping duty, and they're wondering when they're gonna get an opportunity to, do their jobs. And yeah, you have essentially a general awareness of what's going on with them. Okay, so that's downtime actions. And you have one glorious psyker captured.
We still have some people still have more.
You have one, right? Sorry.
I have one for Kybus, one for Jason.
Okay, so my apologies, Demi. Go ahead.
It's since Jason used the cover up, which didn't take a downtime action, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have one left. Since I'm on Scintilla, sector capture, real near Malfi, where I'm from as well. Also, Jesus Christ, Adolphus, that's loud. I'd like to see about using charm, or essentially to see about just talking around up the upper spire, letting people, get to know me and stuff like that.
So you're trying to gather influence.
Essentially, in my own way, by knowing people.
Okay. You can use charm for that.
Question, because you said that we might see about changing this and how it works. Would contact networks help me in any form or way?
I would say not, because you're trying to establish actual goodwill. Contact networks is more about knowing people who themselves are connected. So
you're
trying to connect to the elite here, which is slightly
fair
different.
enough. So, just charm, I have a 52% chance, and let's hope. High Gothic totally applies, Kappa.
Do you have any peer skills that might help? Or things like that?
I only have Space Hulk cleaning, which would not apply.
Yeah, not for this.
So, failed, but just one.
Yeah. Well,
tried.
Like a couple of people know vaguely about your family.
Yeah, presume so.
Yeah, you don't really get much out of it other than good food and good company. You went to some parties.
Yeah. Better luck next time. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't.
Okay, and your last character?
Last character is Kybus. Well, the first one was actually helping people, and the next thing is not really preparing for the mission, so to say, but it's more of like ship-wide. I was seeing about. I'm not sure what would either apply, but I'm trying to see about using perhaps that's on board, maybe some ingredients already, and I want to see about using my trade in chemistry and my knowledge of it, and see about maybe making some very legal uh, drug substances for this ship and the people on it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basically, furnish us with drugs that are 100% legal. I'm not going to go to illegal stuff.
Okay, 100% legal is a matter of opinion
Okay,
and what your
we're going to-
Inquisitor feels like.
Fair enough. Things like stim packs. Well, no, it's not stim packs. What the fuck is it called? Stim. But things that are used by soldiers to either make them stronger in combat or stuff, or make them not die essentially.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be stim. Definitely not obscura. That's
What page are the drugs on? You're clearly looking at it.
173.
Okay. 173.
There's detox and friendzone and stim. I believe would be the sort of the things that I'm trying to do, and possibly sloth as well. The other ones seem to be a much more.
Sloth, I'm pretty sure, is illegal.
It's addictive.
Let's check Steam. You have that on tap. You have a Medicaid deck. All you have to do is ask, much like the
Yeah, because I'm trying to use the downtime action not to make just for myself. I'm trying to make it supply the ship by making, right?
taking a dose increased user agility bonus and perception bonus by 3 for 2d10 minutes.
It's very addictive, but doesn't say that it's illegal.
Okay.
And then you have friendzone, which you gain frenzy for 1d10. So very much focusing on drugs that would be legal and combat used, so that the regiment has to use that the regiment can use, so I can supply that as well, and we on the acolytes can take
The regiment is essentially 10,000 people. They have their own supply chain. What you can end up doing is building up a supply for acolytes, effectively.
Then I'll make it for the acolytes.
Okay. Do you want to focus on one or the other, or do you want about equal amounts of both?
Sort of equal amounts, because various uses.
Okay. So, yeah, give me that chemistry roll, but you have a Medicaid deck, which I believe gives you like a plus 20 on medicine-y stuff.
I think. And does it help that I actually have the scholastic lore for it, because I actually know what I'm doing, and it's not just I know how to build it?
Let's do it this way. I'm gonna give you the plus 20, but I think there's a special room for synthesizing drugs, so I'm gonna count the Medicaid as applying for half. So you're gonna get a plus 20.
Okay, so plus 20, so plus 40, right?
What's the second plus 20 from?
Oh, wait, no. Hold up, now I'm confused. So plus 20 is supposed to be from... No, plus 10 is from the Medicaid deck.
Yeah, and another plus 10 for you having a scholastic lore to know perhaps alternative ingredients, for example, and that kind of thing.
Fair enough. So intelligence with a modifier. Oh boy, let's do this. 70%. 3 degrees.
Okay, 3 degrees.
What do these drugs do? To you,
Various
manufacturer.
various things. It really depends on you if you want to use it, though.
Okay, let's... You're spending like a week and a half doing this effectively.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Shit, I need to figure out just how much to give you for 3 degrees.
Entirely up to you.
Yeah, I know. Presumably you can get some assistance, and there haven't been a lot of casualties recently on the ship.
Like 800 doses?
Fuck off, Adolphus. Okay. But, how about you take 30 of each? That should last your little group of acolytes for quite a while.
So, 30 of sloth, right?
Yeah, and
30
30
friends?
yeah, the friend zone takes up the bulk of the time because it's a lot harder to make, but...
Yeah, so friendzone and sloth is what I made, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And, essentially it's up to you how you hand it out. So just whenever someone's going on a mission, you can go, hey, I'm giving them some stuff from, what was it, Kybus's pile.
Yeah, totally. Good.
Okay. So, the Navis Primer. What page was the warp navigation on, boys?
Hey, yo, Chris.
Yeah?
Since I've done my downtime actions, is it okay if I leave you guys? Because I really like to get some revision done.
We're gonna wrap up soon. I just wanted to see how well the warp journey goes and describe the re-entry into the system.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
if you can stick around for another 20 or so minutes, that should...
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, it starts at page 25. Okay, divining the auguries, fuck that. Translation. Okay, so at the end of the third weeks, the tech priests say the litanies of praise. They thank the Omnissiah for this mighty gift. They
The ship has been partially purged of the heretical Xenos tech.
oh, the warp wasn't Xenos. They yell echo, echo, echo in the now empty part of the lower hold. And the Hammer of Light pulls away from the space dock and starts the several-day-long journey towards the edge of the system where you can safely translate into the warp. Engines burning the whole way. So... So. Well, let's see. Divining the auguries. So, someone give me a roll of the crew rating with plus 20, and on top of that all the bonus you get to navigation from things like runecasters, etc.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Just make sure to glance at your bits to see if there's anything special there.
I'll help you. Crew rating is so 40.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus
let's see.
20. And then...
Plus 20. Then we have, let's see what the rune... another plus 20 to navigation tests.
So 40.
Yep. I know that the Warp's Bane Hall only makes it so that any navigation... We're going through the warp, right?
Yeah.
Any navigation test to pilot the ship through the warp gain a plus 10 bonus, so Warp's Bane Hall gives us a plus 10 bonus.
But you're just estimating right now how long it's going to take.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Runecaster kind of also does that as well. To all navigation tests. Oh, never mind. To all navigation tests. So plus 20 from the...
So that is a total of plus 40. 20 for the navigational charts that you have, which are fairly decent. And plus 20 from the Runecaster. So you're rolling against an 80.
Okay. Is it possible to substitute a character's piloting skill for the crew rating?
No. This is your NPC navigator doing the thing. Because they're a special case.
Yep. No, that's a navigation.
Okay. Well, if you crit failed, I was gonna say the navigator claims to know a shortcut, so I'm gonna do the same thing. The navigator claims to know a shortcut.
But this time they're not full of shit.
Okay, so with your speed, it's gonna take you about 5 days to make it to the edge of the sector through the mapped routes, and from then on, it's where you start risking encounters essentially in the warp and that kind of thing.
Big question. So it's 5 days for us. How long is it usually?
You're going halfway across the sector. It's like 15 normally.
Damn, yeah, we're fast. God bless the fucking warp drive and the runecaster and everything.
That's at third speed and a third of the normal time.
Runecaster halves us, and the warp drive thirds it. Halves it again, actually, so it's a third, yeah.
Okay, so I've
That's what
marked
was agreed
in
upon.
red where you're going. I think Calf is essentially the last place that you have a stable warp route to.
And we're going up here.
Yep. Let me check. Ganfmagna, Calf, and Kulth are all places, but Kulth is a war world, so there's more likelihood of running into enemy ships there. Actually, no, that's...
Can you ping? Oh, cool. Here it is.
Yeah. And Ganfmagna was here on this map. So you would be going off of Calf. Or roughly along there. To avoid the worst of the...
Yeah, that's a frontier world. That's still kind of bad.
It's a frontier world, yes. And it's a frontier world on the edge of the war zone, but it's not at least actively contested.
Fair.
So, let's see. The approximate distance on this is not that far, actually. 18 light years. Okay. So, on a lesser route, that would be between 15 and 30 days according to this chart.
So 10 days for us.
So from 5 to 10 days.
Okay. So, let's go through the stuff. Translation. That's just a... It's a lot of bullshit. You're not in a psychically unstable area, so we're gonna say you translate fine. Locating the Astronomicon and steering the vessel. So, we're gonna say that you need to roll with a... Well, you're not near the warp storms, so I'll give you a plus 20 on seeing the Astronomicon. So you need to roll versus a 60.
Demi, if you please.
Okay, so crew rating plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. This will make it harder to navigate if you fail it, because you essentially have trouble keeping track of the lighthouse. But you can reroll with Arminius's points.
I'm just trying to see, like, if we have, like, any more bullshit, because I know we have bullshit.
This is effectively a Senescence roll, because the navigator is trying to sense it. So the navigation applies to the next one.
Yeah, I think we're Gucci. We're good at navigating, even if we have a penalty.
Okay. Let's see.
Famous last words.
Whenever the GM rolls an all's well result on table warp encounters, the navigator can make his Senescence test locate the Astronomicon again. So, you're traveling to the edge of the sector before moving into the Severe and Dominate, so you can take, let's say, 2 more attempts before you're in less charted space to lock onto the light.
So, okay, do you want to do one jack?
Sure.
Okay, go.
Hammer of Light crew rating plus 20.
You're just gonna end up in a situation where you're about to translate back. Warp encounter, killer field failure, rip.
There we go.
Ends
Nice.
up like, ooh.
Somebody was on Obscura when they were fucking checking the light.
Well, it's not a crit, but it's great.
Just a soft golden light glows from the navigation dome. Don't go in there. Okay. So now we get to the navigation. Steering the vessel, blah blah blah. Okay, so you get a +10 for having a proper lock on to the Astronomicon. So, you have charts, you have the Runecaster, and I'll give you a +10 for the crit on the estimation. The Navigator plotted a very good course. So you're rolling versus 100, so don't crit fail.
So +50?
Is it +50? I thought it was...
You've got 20 for
No, you have the
charts,
Warpsbane
20
Hull
for
as well.
the...
Yeah, Warpsbane Hull, that's +10. Runecaster +20, so that's +30.
So
He's,
it's +60.
Yeah, so you're at
Yes.
100. Don't crit fail.
Theoretically speaking.
Boo, do you want to roll this? You need to have a chance to fuck everyone over. Everyone does.
Sure, why not?
Okay, go on the Hammer of Light. And fuck us up.
So what after a crew rating?
Crew rating,
The
click on
button
it,
that says crew rating. Hit it.
and +60 modifier.
60.
Yep.
60. Not awful.
Okay. So, it's rough, but hey, you managed to
We're
make
alive.
it through. Oh Jesus, that is really... Do you have anything that gives you bonuses on rolling against warp encounters?
Well, the Warpsbane Hull, well, it kind of helps if there's a warp encounter we can choose. We roll twice.
Okay.
The navigator can choose.
The navigator chooses. So you as a group. Okay. So,
Also, the Black Space Drive, and I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but warp travel encounters every 3 days rather than every 5 days.
yes.
So there's potentially more.
So, halfway across the sector was 5 days. Those were all's well because they are as stable a routes as they come. You essentially went on the highway and just vroom. And now you're traveling in shit airspace. So I said the base travel time was somewhere between 15 and 30.
Yes.
And
But
you
because
didn't-
we want
Yeah,
third,
yeah.
it's between 5.
Yeah, it's between 5 and 10.
So 2 or 3 warp encounters possible.
Yeah. So, let's go with 2. So, Boo and Demi roll 1d100 each for the first one.
Well, actually, we should roll 2d100.
No.
Because we're rolling twice.
You're... Boo's rolling the base one, you're rolling the reroll effectively.
Oh, okay.
And the other 2 can handle the other one.
What page is this? Because I really want to see.
Oh my
Where is
fucking
this?
god, I was right. So, you have a choice between incursion. A demonic entity slips aboard the vessel and sets out to wreak havoc. Particularly insidious warp creatures can hide on ship for years, making directions seem as bad luck and careless accidents. Or whispers and dreams. Everyone on board suffers from strange dreams and even hears hushed whispers when awake. These might hold hidden truths or portents should the GM wish, or merely be mad rumblings from beyond.
I feel like the
Let's go with
demon
the
option is
dreaming.
the one we can actually get rid of.
Because we do have really good Silesians. You can probably track it even if it's hiding.
Okay, so if you choose to go with this, one of the mission assignments is gonna be hunt the demon when you drop into the system.
And that will be really bad.
Fuck demons. But hey, we're on a ship. What can one demon do against, like, 10,000 people?
Plague Bearer walks into
It's
the
a
barracks and
bloodthirster.
farts.
Let's go with the uneasy whispering nonsense.
Okay, well, there's one more thing. You get to roll the navigator skill versus 60, actually no, 70, because dwarves weigh hull, to see if they can prevent it from getting in and avoid the encounter.
Oh.
It's
okay.
really brutal otherwise, and I'm gonna say the navigator can try and counter it. And just
Sure.
negate that
Let's
bullshit.
have Jackalor do the
Yeah, I think it's
honors
Jackalor's turn anyways to roll.
Sure, what do I roll?
Before he rolls, choose one.
Honestly, I think the demon. The demon. I think we can deal with
Yeah,
the
let's do
demon
the DM.
because we can at least find it.
Boo, what do you think?
On Jackal rolling, or
No. Do you want a demon or do you want weird dreams fucking
No,
with everyone's
I
heads?
said in the beginning I would feel like demon.
Okay, then it's 3 for demon. It's the demon.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, let's see about avoiding it. Jackalor, crew rating plus 30. You said right, Chris?
Yes.
Jackalor, don't fuck us, Jackalor. I'll send you a South Park meme. Hey!
Okay. Now, Jackalor, Adolphus, 1d100 for the second encounter. Okay. Okay, so Plague of Madness is Adolphus's one. A general madness infects the crew, and without swift action, bedlam can ensue. It will target the weakest of will first, but can spread by contact.
Let's not.
And
That
the
one's
65 is Warp Storm.
Oh no.
Okay.
Terrible
I
warp storm strikes the vessel and may cause damage or throw it off course. Only the skills of the ship's navigator will decide the outcome. You need to
Yeah,
decide.
How do people
Do you want-
survive?
Do you want Warp Storm or the entire crew going insane?
Generally, they
We have-
stick to better routes than a war zone with lots of death being spilled into the warp.
Fair enough.
Actually, most
Honestly,
people don't leave their planets.
Fair enough. Honestly, on a ship filled with regiments who like flamers, I don't think we want madness. Honest to God.
Okay. Demi votes for Warp Storm.
Warp storm.
Warp Storm.
Yeah, Warp Storm.
Okay, who wants to roll to try and avoid this?
I can. I got this into his mess, damn it.
Sure.
Go
By
for
the
it.
way, when we're rolling for the navigator, the warp bane hull for plus 10 actually helps, right?
Yes. We've been applying that.
But does the rune cast also apply?
Yes, that's why it's plus 30.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Well, plus 30 for avoiding shit. Because
Well, at least we won't have Event Horizon as the negative effect if you fuck it up.
I
Jackalor, don't worry.
completely understand.
go ahead, Jackalor. Versus a 70.
How much of a bonus did you say?
Plus 30.
Yes.
Well done.
Hey, let's go.
That's 5 degrees. Okay. You skirt the edges of the warp storm, traveling it like the actual whirlpool, circling. And
Skirt.
yeah, and you catapult out towards the system you wanted to end up in. So, that's a lot of dealing with bullshit. So, go ahead and give me one last roll at plus 30 to exit the warp in the system and see how accurately you do so. Hint, this can be bad if you end up, like next to the star. So don't crit fail, okay?
So what's being rolled?
Crew plus 30 for the accuracy of
Okay.
the exit.
Man, we
I'll-
need a navigator.
I'll do it.
You have a navigator. He's navigating.
Well, better navigator. Well, we missed, but it's not a crit fail.
Okay, are you gonna keep this?
I mean, it's not terrible. Basically, what we're gonna do is like not go next to the planet. We're gonna be away from it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's okay because due to our skittish, we do also reduce the travel time between star voyages. So I think we can still arrive pretty quick.
Yeah, we're still extremely fast outside of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 2 degrees of failure. So how much you want to put that is up to you.
Okay. So, you are all near Arminius on the bridge, his loyal acolytes, because the warp storm has been raging for the better part of a day, and he said that in case there's an incursion, you should be ready to move as squad. You're all in your armor, you're armed, you're ready to roll. He actually, for once, is wearing the power armor. So, finally, the navigator tells you what you wanted to hear. Prepare for translation to real space. And the ship comes streaming out with just a groan of tortured metal as you drop back into reality, with warp energies from the storm spilling out into reality behind you. As the shutters come up, you see all around you the fuck off, Demi. You see all around you the glowing, charged, crackling with discharge of energy dust cloud that you re-entered into. And does anyone wish to do the passive sensor sweep? Who has good awareness?
Probably the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Okay. Go roll for the Inquisitor, please.
Has perception 50 and awareness plus 20, and if he has any other bonuses like an aspect.
Aspects wouldn't apply, you're using the ship's detection bonus.
Oh,
This
fair
is
enough.
ship
What am I
sensor.
rolling?
Arminius's awareness with the ship's detection bonus.
That is.
So,
28 plus detection bonus.
so that's
Jesus.
so he has 50 plus 20 plus 28.
48.
Did you decide to put the command bridge bonus into sensors?
No, the plus 28 was from something else.
Okay. Yeah, the bridge isn't switched out properly. But I'll take a look at it when I
Shit.
can.
I
Okay.
forgot about the bridge.
A bridge of antiquity with the bullshit. I think we had something. I remember for sure.
You had a good sensor, I guess.
Yeah, we had a really good sensor.
Deep void auger array. Yeah, plus 10 to the ship's detection
Okay.
and then the base detection.
But yeah, then it's plus 28 to Arminius' awareness. And we're about to end. I'll just describe what you see in the system.
So do I roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll.
Wait.
No,
You
that's
fucked
a
up
lot
the
too
roll.
much.
Yeah, it's plus 28 from the ship.
The awareness is already included.
Okay.
Reroll. Give us that crit fail.
Oh, that's 3 degrees.
Okay. So, you are in a dust cloud. It's making things a little bit harder, but you sense relatively nearby, in stellar terms, the Space Hulk. And 3 ships with active drive signatures next to it.
That's not good.
3 ships.
You can tell that they're not too big. They're much smaller than your cruiser. But you still see that there are 3 more ships starting to light up their engines and start climbing out of the deep gravity well where they are in the depths of the system, up towards the three that are by the Hulk.
So there's 6 ships.
Yeah, all of them small, escort-sized or transport-sized. But there are 6, which is a lot.
Indeed.
Luckily, they are split up, and it will take several days before they can link up. If they really burn for it and abandon the Space Hulk, they could just, vamoose away and leave it, but either way...
Let's blow them out of the sky.
Yeah, you're not in danger of having to deal with them all at once just yet.
So it's going to be a 3v1, then a 3v1.
Yeah. Out on the outer edges of the system, there are several things. There is a small planet, a small ice world, essentially Pluto, a couple of dust clouds, some asteroids, and the Space Hulk piece. Moving inwards, another dust cloud, a few more asteroids, and in the depths of the system, there is actually a small gas giant, funnily enough, orbiting this weird star, with a world that seems to have an atmosphere of some kind. You can't tell in detail from this distance. You would have to get closer, or at least out of the dust cloud. And
Is it on our charts?
This is one of the many... nobody's claimed it. Systems, as far as Imperials are concerned, between civilized systems, so...
So it could be Xenos.
Yeah, no way to say. The Space Hulk piece, in terms of size, I'd say, based on what's in there, mass-wise, it's roughly equivalent to a cruiser-sized piece.
Damn.
The dimensions do not conform to any known cruiser configurations. Probably is several ships. Just total mass about that.
Wait, so
Space Hulk's form?
who are the frigates?
Yeah, the question I wanted to ask the question: when we get ping from the thing, do we just are aware of that, or do different ships give out a different ping?
They're not running Imperial transponders, but you would need to scan them specifically because right now you have a bare success because you're in a charged dust cloud. And one last thing that you all notice here is that the warp is strangely calm in this system. It's harder to sense it, and it feels less volatile.
That's a bad sign, isn't it?
Depends. Do you like psychic powers? Do you like phenomena? But we are gonna end it here for today. You now know the mission as it is. Might involve some boarding, some ship combat, some studying of Space Hulks. And there is a base of some kind in this system, apparently, that has ships running out of it.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find out next episode on Warhammer 40k.
Okay,
Dark Heresy.
there we are. Okay. Goodbye for now then.